Hello everybody, this is Frankie Day from Frankie Day Models. Okay, for today's video, I have video 3 from a USS Arizona on my Battleship Devils build I got going down. And I won't be able to have Firehouse Friday tonight. I had to work over, and I had internet problems for a while. And I finally got it arised again, everything's fine. And leave me behind my schedule. So next Friday, we're going to have Battleship Devil. I mean, we'll have Firehouse Friday, guys. I promise you. I'm very deeply sorry. I couldn't have this Friday evening event for the Firehouse Friday, so I have that next Friday. Okay, we'll get back to Arizona. Okay, guys. We'll take the camera and we'll swing around and take a look at this. And I'll chatter as we review. Here she is. I'll put on my Lady Susan here. This is 5S Dark Sea Blue. Deck's been had. I use oil wash on top of the teak decking on here. On the buckler bags aft here, I put on the blast bags. You call them butler bags or blast bags. A lot of guys say they're black and they're white. During 1941, the buckler bags were all white. They're canvas. They call them blast bags. To take the flash from flaring back inside the turret casements, there to keep the guys from getting their retinas damaged. And to simulate those, is best to use tissue, guys. I've seen guys use putty, that modeling filler they use, or just go ahead and use clay or mill putt or whatever you want to use. Favorite method I always use is tissue. Make sure it's wet. You can work it inside where the turrets are at. On this here, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put awnings on here, just like she's at Pearl Harbor. I'm going to start using real fine fuse wire. I'm going to start putting the stanchions on here, which holds up the awnings up forward here. At this phase of construction, right now, like I say, all the superstructural parts, they come off. The whole thing will come off. That way it's ease of handling when I put the photo etch. At this phase of construction, this thing is ready for photo etch. Now, in the beginning of the video of Battleship Devils, when I introduced this kit, I have the same thing that Bruce Kerr has. I must have bought these about 25, 26 years ago. That's how old this model is I got in my hand. So it's a special set. This is the first photo etch set that's tailor-made by Lauren Perry, Gold Medal Models. You got Tom's Model Works out there, and you got White Ensign. There are all kinds of aftermarket brass sets. This is best well suited to this kit here. So right now, Bruce and I are probably neck and neck right now. And so right now, at this phase of construction, I'm ready to put the photo etch on there. Then once the photo etch parts are all done, I'm going to take the assemblies off. I went down to Hobby Lobby yesterday. I got a bunch of these weathering brushes. These are weathering brushes that I can use on this here kit on all my models. I had some, they're locked up in storage. So I went down and got another set of these yesterday. So I used my weathering brushes. They will not use paint, they use weathering. I'm going to use a mixture in oils and also pastels. And so I'm going to tone down this 5S Dark Sea Blue a little bit. And then this is the true color they wore at Pearl Harbor. And I also got to paint the division, Battleship Division 12. I got to paint the top of the 16-inch turrets. I got to paint them all red. That's the Battleship Division that she was in. People say, how come that navigation deck's hull is red? It isn't red. It's red oxide. All weather decks on the battle line of this era, even the Russians and even the Spanish, They had all their navigation decks were painted anti-foul, and there's just more traffic. You got a lot of traffic up there. You got the brass, you got the enlisted up there all the time, and I seen some Arizona models on the boat deck where all these boats are at, and also the cranes. They got to be made from photo etch. A lot of modelers paint that teak wood deck, same color as the deck fore and aft. But 1935, they got away from that. Originally, yes. When she was first launched back in 1918, when she was first launched, she had an '01 boat deck, which is known as a Spar Deck. It was all wood. But during the 1932-33 refit, it all changed. All that wood was removed, and it was actually inlaid with another metal deck on there, giving it the metal deck. Now, looking at this model, this is old. This thing is a lot of modelers out there believe this thing was made back in the 1980s and 90s. This is not so. This thing was made in 1958. This here is the oldest, along next to the USS Missouri, is the oldest model, two models that are in the history of plastic right now that are still in production. Now, Revell, when they first introduced this kit back in 1958, I've heard a lot of people that used to work for Revell in Venice, California. They actually got a blueprint, and that thing is really scaled up blueprints. That's why this thing looks pretty accurate compared to a lot of them. You know, I got a blueprint of this by the Floating Dry Dock by Tom Wakawak. It's called TFW plans and a scale of 1/192, 1/16 scale. I got the plans over here. I fold them out. I look at the plans, and this model here is right to the plans. So that's proof right there they must have got a blueprint when they made this kit. It's pretty accurate. Now, what they did, they actually scaled this model right off of the 1932 or 1935. I'm sorry, I retract that. 1935 refit. When they got away from the lattice type mast, the cage mast, and they changed the boat crane arrangement, and also they changed the superstructure around a little bit. So this is as far as I got on this thing. The thing is all done. All the plastic parts are done on this thing. And hold the phone, Frankie Day. Hold the phone. I got three capstans I got to put on there. And that's only they're over here in this parts. I got to put the capstans on there. And I'm going to go ahead and I have to do the capstans on there. And she's all done. Then I'm going to start weathering it before I add the photo etch to it. Before I do that, if everything's done, the last thing's going to be painted this thing is going to be the turret top red, the Battleship division. I go ahead and weather it. I weather it by using intermediate blue. Still got that model map, this right here. Just give it a little light weathering. It'll tone down that dark sea blue just a little bit, not much, not much. There's an illustration for reference on there. I think it was actually discovered by a historian back in 2003 or 2002. I think it was. They found out the real colors of Arizona. They had it almost like a real dark like a blue color, like a almost like a sky blue color, almost like a sky blue. And they weren't. It was 5S. So I guess that's a lot of guys are making their paint schedules on them off that. So with 5S, I got the federal paint schedule for 5S. I have that paint chip. It's this color right here. But you got to remember these things were 5D, which is old dark gray, and this went over and added a little bit of blue to it to get the dark blue effect. You see, back in 1940, 41, United States Navy, they were experimenting with blues. And by 1943, they got away from the blues because all the blues were fading away because of the sunlight and the immersion of salt water and time and weather. And so they actually, Navy is like anything during the event of war. They're always experimenting with different camouflage, different color shades. But anyway, this is as far as I got on this. I don't know how far Bruce got on his. I think I've seen a video every day. I commented on it. I think he's about as far as I am. That's fire control stations. So this is it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start making the ways on this piece of wood here, just like I did on the Ark Royal and the rest of my gun. And I also got the mark graft. I got it shaken too. Let me set the Mighty Arizona over here. I'll bring the mark graft for ICM. Because I work on these things back to back. This too is not put together. Everything's sub-assembly wise. As you see, this comes off. This comes off too. All the turrets come off. I airbrushed the deck teak and I gave it some oil washes. I used a little burnt sandy and a little bit of tan. Those decks look real nice. I'm going to toe down using ghost grays on this thing. These World War I dreadnoughts were very dirty, dirty, dirty ships. Very filthy. I've seen a lot of them in photographs, how they look in war. Rusted up. Look like it's overdone weathering, but that's the elements of war. You don't have time to spit and polish. I got to put the bootstraping on here on the water line. I got to mask that off. Usually I paint black on there, but I've got to do it in this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and tape it off and go ahead and mask it off and paint it. Not very much to build this thing. I got the boats put on here. I got the casement guns put on here. Got to glue all this together. So that's as far as I got on the mark craft. I think she's a third of the Koenig class battle wagons. 624 feet, somewhere around there. It's about the same size as the Arizona. After all, Arizona was World War I era battleship, so about the same size as this one is. All those old dreadnoughts are that size of the day. Okay, we want to put the Koenig, the mark graft, over here. Nice and soft and gently, keep them getting busted. I'll probably resume that probably in a couple of days, or maybe tonight. So that's as far as I got of the Arizona right here. Got a lot of work to this thing. I got big preparations on the photo etch. Got to get that going. Get it all installed. Weathering, rigging. For the float planes, I'm not going to use those Burner Joyce O2U3s biplanes they use. Burner and Joyce. The kit gives you those. Simulated 1935 refit because they used biplanes back in 1935. This had OS2U Kingfishers. This is 1 scale 426. And I don't know where I'm going to be able to get my hands on a Kingfisher at that scale. I don't think they make a 1/500 scale USS Arizona. The smallest one they make is 1/700 scale. And that would probably be really small on this scale out here. So that option is going to have to be deleted because I don't have a Kingfisher. So after all, she was in port. I guess they launched those 2 Kingfishers off for observation. She ain't aboard. Either that they haven't got no airplanes on yet. I don't know. But anyway, guys, that's the only thing that people are missing on this kit when it's done. I went and painted the hulls, bottom hulls of all these work boats, these jolly boats, Mike boats, motor whale boats, work boats. The bottom of the warline's been painted black. Aft, they got the captain's gig with their awnings all painted on there. That's about as far as I got, guys. That's about it right there. Okay. Tomorrow I'll have the final reveal for the All About Airpix group build by Rob Basic Modeling. Since my valve got crushed and ruined, and that was stupid to be doing that. I don't know what I was thinking. But I paid penalty for it. I lost a beautiful airplane. So on my Bristol Blenheim, I got that. I'll have that done tomorrow. I'll give you a fast sneak preview how much will Frankie Day got on now. I still got a lot of work to do on it. I get that much done on it. Got tires put on. I got to finish decal work. I already gave it a wash already and everything. I got to paint the props. For do that, I got to mask off the cowling band, start painting them bronze. And the Blenheim was ready to be revealed. Okay, lots going on here, guys. I've been working pretty busy. Oh, yeah. Here's another one here I want to show you if I close off this video. I'll probably have that done next week. I'm finishing up on my plate. Before I want anything else, I got to finish up what I got on my plate. Come here, you big mother. Oh, you put my weight, I'm getting weak. You guys remember this one? This Hong Kong Models 1/32 scale B25. I got the maskings done on it. I masked off myself using masking tape. The wings will come off, the prop will come off. This thing will come apart except the fuselage. This thing will be painted sub-assembly wise. The wings will pop off. I can treat every wing as is without taking too much, without taking room. And this is a beautiful airplane. Boy, this thing is heavy. Another thing too, guys, noted. Get yourself some either brass or white metal landing gear. Because this thing is heavy. This thing weighs probably about almost 4 or 5 pounds. Without the shadow of doubt. And they gave you that flimsy plastic landing gear for a model this much weight. They should have incorporated white metal landing gear like Trumpeter does at times, sometimes. So get yourself some aftermarket landing gear sets for these things. Support that weight. But like I say, all it takes. Where am I at? Where am I hitting here? There we go. A lot of weight. You got to have oomph to keep that weight up. Okay, enough of that. Alrighty then, let's see. I'm going to probably be working on this next week. I got my layered solution. I got it all covered. I got the wings behind me over there. They got to be covered next. So I got that going. I'll be flying out next week. Right now, the weather-wise, it's wintertime. It's 58 degrees outside, and 2 days ago it was up almost 90s. It'll be like this a couple days. Imagine it's like this all over your neck of the woods. Some kind of a storm came in. We've been getting rain all darn day long. It's cold outside, and it's a Memorial Day holiday, and it's going to be a Belgium day. People that go out in that patio out there where I work at and enjoy that beautiful sunlight and eat and have a good time. You're going to do it in the rain. Not this year. Okay, that's enough of that jazz. Okay, this is the conclusion of video 3 for Battleship Doubles on the USS Arizona. I shall have something more. I have some more coming up on my Mark Graph too pretty soon. I got that coming up. So tomorrow, so stay posted for the final reveal and for the Bowfighter. Before the Blenheim. I'll have that for you tomorrow. And that's about all I got in mind right now. What's coming your way, fellas? So I'll get that B-25 done this week. Get it all done. Finally got a. I finally getting everything finished right now. The ones I get started. Okay, this is it for me. This is it for the Arizona. And Bruce, you're doing a good job on your Arizona, buddy. Just take your time. That photo etch and have patience. It's very tricky stuff, especially at that scale. You run any problems, let me know. I'll help you out. And again, thank you everybody for your wonderful candor and your wonderful comments. On my bills. I'm very honored. I'm very sorry I haven't been acknowledging anything this couple days. Like, somehow the internet went down. The bill was paid. That was the issue. I think we had server problems out here. That's the problems I've been having, all the servers. And I got a hold of Spectrum. They told me that they've been having some issues with the servos. So I said, okay, what the heck, go with that for a while. So I'm back in the tank now. Everything's fired up, ready to go. Okay, make mama happy. Take care of the little ones. Beware your surroundings. Stay focused and drive. Spend wisely. Get yourself a kit. And Stu, get well. Everybody get a hold of Mr. Stu Avery and wish him very well for a speedy recovery. He had some kind of operation, and a lot of you guys know it. It's been posted on Facebook. That's how I found out. So this is my special personal message from my heart to Stu. Stu, get well, buddy, and get kit crazy, and get out of sick bay and get home, and you'll be okay, buddy. God bless you, my man. And so give Stu a little support there, fellas, and give Freddie some support too. We got to help each other, guys. No one else is going to help us but us only. So we're all in the same gamble right here. Okay, it's time for me to get out of here right now. Rambled enough, and showed enough, and talked enough, and revealed enough. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow for the final reveal for the 148 scale Airfix, all about Airfix group build. My 148 scale Venom Bomber. So stay posted on that. I got that coming your way. I'll probably have some pictures posted on the Facebook pages too. You'll see it on there too. Okay, guys, I'm out of here, and build on, build strong.